Good late morning, my cool kids. How's everybody doing on this really sunny ultra bright Friday the 13th? Now I got like a little bit of a warning for you today. You know, if you happen to hear just like somewhere off in the distance a little shh, 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 and then followed by like, just don't be doing anything wrong. You know, if you ever watch the old Jason movies, the Friday the 13th movies, you know, there's no making love today. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Don't be around bad teenagers or anything like that. You know, don't be a camp counselor at, Camp Crystal Lake, anything like that. You're going to go down. And I promise you tonight that if, you like having a little barbecue with your friends out back of the house and you hear some creepy noises out in the dark woods right there, it's not your buddy Sean. He didn't wander out there and then, refuse to answer you as you're asking him, hey, Sean? Sean, is that you, Sean? Going into that dark woods without a light or anything. Just keep going darker and darker. They're so deep into those woods. You hear the noise again. Sean? Sean! It's not Sean. It's not Sean. And you know what? It's not your dog either. It's not, if it is your dog, nope, I love my dog so very much. Out in those damn deep dark woods, Friday the 13th, you better get back here, Oakley. I ain't following down in the basement. Oakley, is that you down there? No, it isn't. I'm about to die. Don't do it. Positive vibes, positive life, yeah. Put out those positive vibes. You're gonna need a lot of them today. And like I say, you need a circle. But you need to know your circle before you grow your circle. You need to trust the people that are around you. I know I'm jumping into something mildly serious now. A lot of times people will, they'll find a group of friends and they'll start hanging out with that group and they're very supportive of each other, and this is a kind of a group that's supposed to be helpful. It's not just a normal friend group from when you were a kid, stuff like that. It's a support group. And you guys start doing adventures outside of your meetings or outside of the norm. You start doing different things let's go to Six Flags. That's an amusement park for people that might not know. Or let's go to a ball game. Come over and watch a movie. And then there's this one person in that group and they walk in the room and you don't know what it is, but you just want to punch them in the forehead. Why the forehead, Rob? Well, if you punch someone in the forehead, you're going to break your hand as well as hurt them, so you won't feel as bad. But there's just something about them. They walk in the room and you're like, oh, hey, Kevin. You can't have that person in the group that you just hate. If you want to have, a friend group that's like that, that's fine, when you're choosing it. But if you are literally relying on, a group of just people, a group of friends, a group of not a social group, but a helping group, one of those groups that I'm telling you to search out for, that have mutual problems with you, that have mutual issues, that mutual, they're working towards the same goals as you. They might have been to the same places that weren't good. They might have been doing the same things that weren't all right. They might be trying to make the same changes. Don't surround yourself with a group just because you like some of them, because the doubt and the feelings and the awkwardness that you're going to feel with that other person in that group is going to shutter you. It's going to shut you down partly, and the whole time you're going to be focusing on how you want to throat punch them and make it so they're not moving or breathing anymore, And I'm only bringing this up because there's I'll tell you, it's a woman that's in one of my other little group session things that I do over at the rec center, and she talks about how she goes out to all these different outings, different places and everything else. She has so much fun with all those people there, but there's this one person that shows up and it just completely shuts her down, shuts up any of the enjoyment that she has, the feelings inside of her. It just makes her miserable, makes her so that she's not enjoying what she's doing. Don't have that person around you. Grow your circle, but know your circle. And when you know your circle, just make sure that you keep that circle there for you, make sure that they're the ones that you want there. You're the one choosing these people to be in your life. Don't just put up with them because you have to. And especially if it's going to cut you off from growing yourself, making yourself better, and making, all the work that you're putting in, like, not go towards, like, what it should be. Like, and that's a better, more responsible, easier going, more attractive, certain, like, mutant powers coming out, dancing, you know, like, people were like, wow, look at those dance moves, like, money coming out, like, you just come home and you have money coming out of your pockets, like, that person, you don't want someone to take that, I'm just kidding, that kind of person away, but you guys get my point, you know? You choose your life, you are grown adults, you make it known who you want around, who you want to be around, you know? The people that are there for you and want to be there for you will make their own choices, and will, you know, they'll either be there or they won't. Keep putting out those positive vibes, creating yourself the very most positive of life is. And thank you so much for being here. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. And be careful. Don't go out in the woods.